Welcome to my channel and welcome to the collab. First, let me say Sherry had a family emergency, so she could not upload last week. She assures me it will be going up today. If you see this video, it means hers gone up, because I'm not putting it up to, I know she's putting up hers. Okay. And I'm using my cover minder I got from a subscriber. And what I'm going to talk about today is empathy, sympathy type thing. Because our collab is about getting messages out there. And people should have sympathy, not only sympathy, but empathy. Oh, I can't say the word, you know. Put yourself in their place. To give you an example, a few years back, it was raining. And I had went into Jack in the Box. Now, had the workers spoke nicely to this person, I wouldn't have said anything. Okay? A homeless gentleman he had managed to scrape up enough money to get a cup of coffee. And I understand that you can only refill it X amount of times. And I understand that he exceeded that amount. However, had he been Mom and Joe Pop with the white picket fence, they would have said something to me in a nicer way. What made me notice it, the workers were actually being really mean. I can't remember quite the words, but they were real nasty, telling him that was the last cup he was getting and he wasn't going to get any more. But they said it in a real nasty voice, disrespectful voice. It was obvious, I don't know, maybe their parents didn't teach them. But I looked at them, so when I would place my order, I ordered a cup of coffee, and I generally don't drink coffee. And I gave it to him, and I looked at the workers, and I said, now, he can get another cup of coffee, refill on that, right? Without you guys yelling at it. And I went to take the rest of my order to go sit down, when a couple asked me what was going on, and I had told them. And before it was all said and done with, this homeless person ended up with a meal. Now, they had no sympathy. They knew it was raining. They couldn't say, okay, he's getting a cup of coffee, get out of the rain, we're not going to rush him. It's not like it was coming out of their pocket. The manager hadn't said anything. So why they felt did, I don't know. But it was ridiculous. And I even noticed on YouTube, now I'm not saying it's the diamond community. They're not the only ones I follow. But I have seen, and we tend to call them trolls. I've seen them in videos. They do the dislike thing real quick, whether they, regardless. And I don't think that's being very kind at all. Very simple. You know, don't like the video, don't watch it. They'll leave nasty comments. I've even seen it on Facebook. A person comes to the Facebook needing help, asking a question about betta fish, about a problem they're having. You know, they'll post they got this fish and they got another tiny bowl and or jar. Instead of saying nicely, most of them did. It says you need to get your betta fish in a bigger tank, at least 5 gallons. They don't do well long term in a small bowl. But somebody will always criticize them. There's always having no sympathy for them. And will say something nasty. A person will post that they lost their fish, and they're like ridiculed, or the post their fish is sick, they can't get it well, it's suffering, they need to euthanize the fish, and asking for the best method, which is the stuff you put in the water and it puts the fish asleep and the fish dies, are blunt force. But they'll be ridiculed for wanting to put the fish down. It's not like there's no sympathy there. It's not like they can take the fish to a vet to be put down because it's suffering. It is up on us to do it. And I'm sure the person posting these scenes, they don't want to euthanize their fish. They've had their fish for a few years. They're attached to it. They're doing it for the benefit of the fish. Like one person posted, they found their fish dead, or not dead, but it's swimming slower. They thought it was sick. And I says, well, how old is your fish? He goes, 4. I says, well, they only have a lifespan of 5. You have a senior fish, so he's naturally gonna not be as active. Oops. And swim. And it's like, why do trolls insist on being nasty? It's like they have no sympathy, no empathy, no compassion, nothing. They just want to cause crap. And there's a way of saying things if you see something negative rather than being nasty. Best yet, just move on. People hide behind the computers event names, go online just so they can hurt somebody's feelings. Go figure that. I was going to this other food place, it's a nice sunny day, and there was an elderly gentleman in his wheelchair parked right in front of the fast food place. So I asked him, I says, have you eaten? when was the last time you ate? And he had told me the other day. I says, well, are you hungry? I'll buy you their special, which was a hamburger, fries, Coke, and a pie. You had your choice between chicken and hamburger. He wanted chicken. You know, his Social Security may have run out. Living expenses is high. This wasn't during COVID. And then, you know, even when you do kind, there's people who will take kindness for weakness. And sometimes they could be hard to tell. But if you're kind to them and they keep coming back to you nasty, they're taking your kindness for weakness, and it's time to get nasty back. But sometimes you can kill them with kindness. When I lived in Nevada, I worked at a bar, and it's kind of way out there, and so most of their customers are truck drivers. Part of our job was to get on the radio offer them, you know, try to entice them in. You would say, oh, why don't you come on by? We got, you know, your first drink is free, or whatever. But we could say drinks, so we have to say like coffee. But they got the drift. And one time I was on there, and a female truck driver said, saying, thank you, how do I get there? She just got real nasty. And I says to her, I says, well, you have a safe one? And I said it really nice. I killed her with kindness. I says, you have a nice ride, a safe one out there, and you have a good day. Well, apparently truck drivers were listening to this encounter between us, and one comes back, says, I like your style. I says, well, I haven't got time to argue with him. I'm just trying to offer free coffee, have somebody come in a bar. I mean, the bar had few townies come in, but it was, the main thing was truck drivers. I mean, God wants us to be kind, because He would judge us. Not only by our works, our attitude, what we say, what we do. I don't think it's kind to watch somebody's video, email the person, or message them and be sarcastic. I mean, if you don't like a creator, or you don't like somebody, don't watch the freaking video. Luckily, I have never had anything like that, because I generally don't put my email down unless I have a contact for them to get hold of me. I don't leave it readily easy for them to message me, because I don't have time. Now Sherry and another creator, and I'm not going to name that creator, there was big old thing, and come to find out, the other one was talking about me, and I guess it was negative. I wasn't gonna message, and I did message her. I didn't get nasty. That's not my style. But I did ask her, I says, well, this is what was brought out. Did I say or do something that upset you? And we got to talking, and apparently she took something I said totally wrong. So I told her, well, I'm sorry that upset you. I didn't mean it in a nasty way. And we got it resolved. I did the same thing with Sherry. Oh, right here. There we go. Now be sure to comment below that you get a ticket, because at the end of the collab it's a big giveaway. You gotta be subscribed to both channels, and you need to comment. You can only comment on each video one time, but if you comment on hers and then you comment on mine, you'll end up with 2 tickets. So, happy diamond painting, and I will catch you later.